イテム。澤先生、教室に、あれちょっと待って。2階？指導室か。職員室。
Hi there. Has Sawa-sensei gone home?
Actually, she's in a meeting with the chairman.
So then she's at his office?
Yes, but I think they may have some visitors.
Gotcha. Thanks.
お客さんって多分警察のことじゃねえの。
Hey. Hey. Suspicious.
めっちゃ見られてるやん。さあ、先生のそこじゃねえんだよな。他にねえかな。そっか、ここにねえか。こっちも行けない。こっちも行けない。こっちは行けない。なんかめっちゃ見られてるんやんが。まあ当たり前か。不審者だもんな。めっちゃ下打ちされた。キムタクに。やばい。はよせえって言われてるみたい。
Suspicious.
え？ノワニノワニノワニノワニノワニ？いや、さすがにさ、勝手に見ちゃうのダメじゃね？いやいや、絶対怪しいやろ。やっぱ警察やんけ。
Yagami-san. Those men are with the Kanagawa police. They said they're here to make inquiries about Mikoshiba-kun's disappearance.
And they asked to see Sawa-sensei too?
Yes. But I have to ask, can you tell me what's really going on? You were asking questions about Mikoshiba-kun as well.
I should leave it to the police to fill you in on that. I mean, their sources are probably more recent than mine. They should have the latest details.
Mikoshiba-kun is no longer with us, is he? Then it's just as I feared.
お、さすがに外で待ってたら危ないだろう。いやー、でも今はここで聞くんか。
Yagami-san.
Because I care. Now, if you're open to the idea, you think we could walk and talk?
Why? So you can grill me with more questions?
確か
You
にな。
realize the police just finished doing that, yes?
I figured they'd come knocking sooner or later.
Then you knew Mikoshiba-kun was murdered, didn't you? And that's why you've been snooping around our school.
You're not wrong, but can we please take this elsewhere?
If you knew Mikoshiba was murdered, why didn't you tell me up front?
Because that information's not public. Didn't the police ask you to keep quiet about it?
Well, yes, but even
What sort of questions were they asking?
I thought I was supposed to keep quiet.
おー、来た。澤先生。いやー、いいね。さすが
Cute.
Now I'm going to ask you one last time. I mean, what if you end up injuring a student? It would be a nightmare for all of us.
いやいやいや、あいつらから
Nobody's getting
引っかか
injured.
って。
All
Is that so?
Yeah, and I should probably mention, I have the chairman's approval and everything.
What?
I think we're getting sidetracked here. Did the...
No. All they told me was that he's dead. And was stuck.
My condolences.
That was all we found out. The police were the one. They hardly gave us room to breathe.
Yeah, sounds like an interrogation, all right.
江原のこと、あ、ま
Is there anything else?
Actually, there is. I'd like to know your
What?
For example, take Akihiro Ehara, a man who took this school to court over his son's. Mikoshiba came up even then, as a culprit bearing some responsibility.
Ehara-san? But he got arrested.
So the police really are keeping their lips sealed.
Must you always be so cryptic?
It's possible Ehara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's murder.
What?
Despite being incarcerated for 2 months, he knew exactly where the corpse would be. This was before the Kanagawa police had even ID'd the body.
Then, was it really Ehara-san?
あ、確かに危ない。
The
なん
court
か、
would say being in jail is about as solid an alibi as you can get.
How do you know
So
all this,
alibi-
Yagami?
I'd tell you, but I showed you one of my cards. So
Huh?
I've heard you weren't as big a fan of Mikoshiba as you led me to believe. You knew he was a bully all along, but yesterday
う
you
ん、
told me
な
he
るほど
wasn't the
ね。
type.
嘘ついたんだよね。なんで
I just want to get the story straight here. Did you have a sudden change of heart, or were you lying to me for something?
It's not that simple.
Oh, one more thing I learned today. It was Mikoshiba who turned the basketball club against Koda-san. Pretty sadistic for a would-be teacher, don't you think?
That's enough.
Then it's not a stretch to say he probably was a major factor in the death of... And I think it's also safe to assume you know more than you're letting on, right? This is murder we're talking about here. Lies aren't doing anyone any favors.
His name was Toshiro.
Sorry?
Everyone keeps saying Ehara's son. Like
Right.
he's...
I'm
Now
sorry.
I feel excuse me.
Sawa-sensei, please.
澤先生は
9 o'clock tonight. I'll be at Plage on Isazaki Road.
デートか。
We'll finally have a real talk?
Something like that.
カイトさんを連れてっちゃダメじゃね。いやでも連れてかないと連れてかないで、あ、お前夜澤先生とデートしたんだろうみたいな感じで、めっちゃからかわれるか、それとも嫉妬されるかのどっちかだな。あ、とりあえず外出るか。はぁ、夜まで掘った、あ、待て、夜まで過ごせばいい、どっかで。
So I just left the school, and tonight I'm... Wait, where are you?
Third stop of our bar crawl, that's where. I thought work was done for the night.
Licking the wounds of rejection, huh? Is the 99 gang with you?
Just Sugiura. Tsukumo said he had to get back to the office to take care of some kind of system trouble.
A computer crash or something?
Don't know. Something about a buzzy searcher going haywire.
バズリサーチャ
I
ー。
pretty much tuned it out, man.
インターネットでバズってるんやつよ。
You gonna come take his place?
Nah, I gotta stay sober. I'm meeting Sawa-sensei in a bit.
You what? God damn it, man. You are killing me.
ほらね、やっぱり。
Would you simmer down? This is work, not whatever it is you're doing.
Oh, then I ought to come be your backup. Where we headed?
Come on, you think I need a drunk co-pilot? Knock one back for me, though.
Hey, I better not find out you two got it on. Do this to me, Doc.
まあ、やっぱ面白いな。やっぱめっちゃ面白いやん。ちょっと待てよ。スキルめっちゃ溜まってるわ。グリップアップ、攻撃力アップ。受け身の部分。基本的に俺1200から行こうと思ってたんだよね。1200を全部取ってから2500に行くって感じ。いや、わかんねえよ。いや、わかんねえけど、1200。で、1200を全部取って、スペシャルか。1200。わかんないけどいいよ。体力アップか。もう体力アップも一応せんのやった。グリップゲージ、攻撃力アップ。あ、それ200じゃねえ。1200じゃねえのにめっちゃなった。他に1200ある？ 1200。1200でしょ。ちょっと待って、意外といっぱいあるやん。マジか。この1200。この1200ありますかね。とりあえず最初に1200を。いまいちよく分かってないんだけどさ、 じゃなくて、スキルじゃなくて、
Yagamishi, how was school? Kaito-san wasn't happy about you going solo, you know.
He'll live. He can cry about it to Sugiura.
So he does. Anyway, I couldn't help but notice Skenda Law bending your ear earlier. Anything important?
Right. I haven't filled you in yet, have I?
So a policeman arrested for sexual battery might have actually been involved in a murder? Fascinating, if not perplexing.
Yeah. And its roots could very well be Serio High School, where a student was driven to
ちょっと待
suicide
って、こ
4 years
の件に
ago.
ついて
In
永遠
fact, the
とこ
motive
の
for this murder may even be revenge.
このストーリー自体がそう
Could
い
you
うこと
find any mention of that suicide online for me?
Already done, I'm afraid. Once the chairman asked us to take his case, I looked into everything on the school I could find. If memory serves, he was a third-year student who hung himself at home. The name of the deceased, Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah, that's him.
So, while I did find some murmurings about it online, nothing really substantial ever surfaced. He didn't leave a suicide note or a will, and investigators never found anything salient.
So I was right before.
His father, however, suspected there may have been a bully and promptly took Serio to court. But without enough evidence to back it up, the system more or less spit him out. Even so, the lawsuit dragged on until this year.
奥さんとも
That
別居
level
にな
of
っちゃっ
news
て
hardly
結
makes a
局
ripple online.
Yeah, I doubt it would.
And that's all the intel I've dug up regarding the case. Huh?
What's that sound?
I'm testing a system I've been tinkering with. Thought I'd fixed this bug already.
A system for what?
Well, it predicts the occurrence of crimes.
It predicts crime? No way.
Perhaps that was a bit of hyperbole, but it does come pretty close. Essentially, this system is designed to monitor and detect danger zones within a specific area. The city itself, to be exact.
どうやっ
That
て
still sounds pretty amazing.
If you say so.
衛星
I
で
basically cobbled it together out of pre-existing tech.
ああ
Yagamishi, do you remember when I used my chatter search
それ
program for you
検
not
索
too
だった
long
のそれ
ago?
Oh yeah. That was a real trip. Pretty much hacked chatter to see an entire social network at a glance.
Yep. And this system I've developed is a souped-up version of that. Though there are substantial differences, the principle is still... how about you just try it out?
うーん
We'll start with this little window. It displays all relevant chatter posts after filtering the fluff.
And these posts are all pinpointed on this map of Ijincho?
Right. It maps out where in Ijincho each specific post was made.
うん
So my AI constantly combs through Chatter's database as it updates in real time. Then it
それどうなん
extracts
だ
only the trouble-related chatter for
個
display on
人
the
情
map.
報じゃないのロケ
So
ー
it
ションって
actively seeks out trouble? It's wild that you can program around such a vague concept.
Well, in its current iteration, the AI isn't exactly genius material yet, so it still pings some false positives.
There's something else, Tsukumo. What are you gonna use it for?
I'd like to use it for promotional purposes.
Like advertising?
Yeah, since we're still relatively new in town, we don't have the kind of rep that brings in regular business.
Oh, okay.
And that is where my buzz researcher comes into play.
Buzz researcher.
Consider the glut of trends and terms strewn across social media. These buzzwords are sometimes clues to trouble beneath the surface. So, when the system picks up one of these words and we rush over to save the day, the hope is our reputation will flourish as a result.
Damn. That's some pretty intense marketing you've got going.
Well, we probably won't be paid for impromptu cases, so this is sort of an upfront investment. But directly intervening before a situation gets out of hand will build us the brand we want.
確かにな
At least in theory.
地道にってこ
I'm
と
not
ね
sure how it'll all pan out yet.
Well, I think you've got something there, Tsukumo. Mind if I give it a shot?
I thought you'd never ask. Though the system's got a long way to go by my standards. But with you as a tester, I know I'll get strong enough feedback to have this baby running in top form.
So you wanted me as your guinea pig all along.
You sure cracked that case quick. Anywho, let me get this app booted up on your phone. May I do the honors?
Go right ahead.
And that should do it. Here you are.
Okay. This is just a big mess. How am I supposed to know where to go?
This is indeed too much noise. In fact, this is entropy in motion. This won't do it all. To solve this, we narrow down the keywords.
In other words, simplify our search?
Yeah, by manually filtering keywords, we can decrease false positives, thereby locating the right spot more accurately.
How do we do that? Does the AI do it for us?
No, not entirely. What the AI does is pick up on any keywords it deems important. Emphasis here on the word any, meaning it'll turn out duds every now and again.
Yeah, that's still pretty busy.
And therein lies the predicament. To narrow these results down any further, we must depend on instincts, experience, and even inspiration.
So you're saying human intuition?
Precisely. Even in this day and age, human intuition will trump AI every time. That is, until we all become cyborgs. But that's getting ahead of myself. As it stands, Yagamishi, you've got the best intuition out of all of us.
Well, let's just start with a post that smells like trouble.
How
about this one? I can smell the trouble brewing already.
Oh, interesting. And let's filter our results around that specific term. And there you have it. See, there's a concentration of suspicious keyword usage on this street here. As to what sort of trouble is brewing, you'll have to rely on your good old-fashioned eyeballs. Shady activity isn't always the easiest to spot, so maybe think of it as a sort of treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt for trouble, huh? Does sound right up my alley.
Doesn't it? I can already picture you out there, helping people in need until it all pays off. What could await you at the end of the trail? My heart rate is already spiking.
I'm just glad to have a helpful app for once.
You know what? That reminds me. I also have a gadget here you may find useful. Can't always be glued to your phone, right?
What is this?
It's a high-end sound collector. It boosts the volume of mid-distance sounds, making them easier to hear from farther away.
A sound collector, huh? I could use this to pick up cries for help, or even eavesdrop all over town.
That's the idea. With enhanced hearing and geolocation capabilities, you'll be a trouble terminator.
Just like I've always wanted.
Now, I do have some other gadgets in the works, but I'm still fine-tuning their UI. I'll show you soon enough.
Looking
つくもっ
forward
て
to
あれよ
that.
な、アガサ博士みたいな感じよな、要は。つまり俺は雲男を探すのか。ちょっと待って、俺あれか。待って、カムロ町戻らないといけないの。これ使えばいいの？ガジェット起動。
I can hear it.
あ、いた。何やってんの？ 嘘泥？それとも盗撮犯？あ、盗撮犯かな。危ねえ。やばいやばい。あ、やばい。救ったー。どういうこと？どういうこと？
Excuse me.
キムタクすげえな。本当だよ。なんでここに。
Please. Excuse me.
何なんですか。
Jagami. Yep.
友達に当たろう。
By the way.
あ
Hmm?
あ、バードって
Huh?
ツバメ珍しい。あ、はい。この時期ツバメはいないのでは。時期知らねえんだけど、何月？入学式シーズンじゃねえってことは4月ではないってことだな。受験の話も持ち上がってないってことは冬ではない。ってことは夏ってところかな。夏か秋か。夏かな。いやでも、いや、そしたらね、6月か7月ぐらいでねえか。新入生楽ししてたからな。ってことは、7月？6月かな。
Hmm.
ネットでの情報。
Huh.
確かに。
Hmm?
つい最近の子供とかあるだろう。いろいろ怪しいな。なんか怪しいな。いろいろ。いや。悪くない。あ、違う、そういうことじゃないか。あ、こういうことか。玉井のよくし。パンツや。
This is,
まさか。
I see.
2代目パンティ教授になる男？どういうこと？
No
2代目パン
way.
ティ。こうキムタクちょっと弱いな。たまに弱いんだけど。おー、7万も来た。大台まであともうちょいやん。2代目パンティ教授、どういうこと？パンティ教授のこと知ってるね。何？お前が彼？ああ、なるほどね。
No. Yep. Please.
Yagamishi, how was your first outing?
Not bad. I handled the problem and name-dropped you guys, so all in a day's work.
Awesome. Sounds like the system's working gangbusters. By the way, if you'd like a little pro tip, you can enter keywords on your own, independent of any post.
Why would I do that?
Say you pick up a rumor in town or hear someone drop a dubious phrase. Putting that into our keyword database will help refine the results algorithm. And thus, the program becomes more effective. In layman's terms, the more you enter new data, the more my program can learn.
Gotcha. So this thing can hone its street smarts along with me.
Correct. Do make use of the system often if you could. I know this is a lot, but one last thing. We've also got a bulletin board for case requests. A good number of them are somewhat beyond our current capacity. So if you ever feel like it, maybe you can pick them up.
Hey, never hurts to have more income. I'll take a look sometime.
サイドキーですか？ってことは、偉人帳と偉人帳だけじゃないってことか。人体模型か。まずは澤先生とデートだよ。澤先生と夜のデートしてからかなりいい店だな、割と。まあカフェっちゃカフェか。横浜リューマンか。ちょっと待って、いつから横浜リューマンこんなんなったん？春日たちがいなくなったからどうなってんの？でも小見汁、あれちょっと小見汁と横浜リューマンが合体したんじゃなかったっけ？ちゃうん。 それからこいつらコンビニじゃ横浜リューマンじゃないってこと。澤先生どうした？
Sawa Sensei, isn't it? Stereo High School, Class 2-2.
Yes? Sir?
Take a break. You guys don't say much, do you? After this is over, you better start talking. Time to tell me what you know!
Eh? ちょっと待って。は？
Let's go!
しゃあ。と。ああ、そういうことか。後ろから攻撃されてもガードすればなすことできんのか。いや、わかんねえけどそんな感じだよな。
Really? Just now? You want to keep going?
Yo! Need a hand with these guys?
Huh?
Good job holding them back on your own.
Dude!
You're not the only hero here.
I mean, where did you even come from?
I was watching from inside, man.
Okay. You shouldn't get involved.
Relax, fella. Allow me to show you how it's done.
Hey, hold on.
Listen up. I'm just gonna warn you. I'm a better fighter than this guy.
Huh?
いやいやいや。おー、キムトクよりいい。え？は？は？は？は？
Fuck.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right. Thanks for making them slink into the night before I could even ask who they were.
Huh?
Later.
Can I help you?
I came here to meet someone. I'll just check upstairs real quick.
は？澤先生いないじゃん。なんで？
Sensei. Are you okay? Did someone get here before me?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can say. I can't tell you anything you don't already know.
What happened up here? Did someone come to intimidate you? Someone who might be involved?
I couldn't make out who the woman was. She had sunglasses on.
What did she say to you?
That I need to stay away from this. The whole Mikoshiba-kun case. And then she said that you need to do the same.
Me too?
Yes.
And what if I were to refuse?
If you said no. Then she told me I should give you this picture.
Huh? This is Mikoshiba.
別ケースってこと？
I'm so sorry.
but I'm leaving.
Wait! I get it. At least let me walk you home.
Just stop! I don't want anything to do with this. If you come back to the school, I'd appreciate it if you would stop talking to me.
ああ、
There's nothing I can do to help
澤
you
先生
anymore.
とデートできないか。ああ、残念だ。
Suspicious.
そうだな、確かに。
Hey.
顔にあざいて痛めつけられた。多分あれだな。お父さんが依頼したんじゃねえの、コミ汁じゃなくて横浜リューマンとかなんかに。
Suspicious.
横浜リューマンか。横浜リューマンってコミ汁と一緒じゃねえんか。そんな感じなこと言ってなかったっけ。全く分からん。
Suspicious.
何なるほどね。
Still so many unanswered questions.
「つくもに持ってってあげれば多分わかんじゃん。
That would be the white mask of the Yokohama Liumang. These guys would break your knees for the right price.
So they're just a bunch of thugs for hire?
Pretty much.
Well, anything else I can do for you?
I've earned something of a reputation here in this town. But you've got a face I haven't seen anywhere before. Why are these goons picking a fight with you? Got any ideas?
Got a hunch, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
A tightwad, huh? Didn't I just bail your ass out?
便利屋か。
Handyman?
It's Kuwana. You got trouble here, I'm the one you call. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. I can handle shit the cops won't deal with either.
代表ってことはまだ人がいるってことだ。
Not exactly a service I'm in need of at the moment. Crossing that line is tough, and I prefer to do it myself.
Oh, really? And what line of work would that be?
I'm a private detective, Kamurocho. What is it now?
Some competition just showed up on my turf and made a scene, man. How would you feel if the situation was reversed? You wouldn't tolerate any disrespect, would you? So state your name, and then you say, sorry, Kuwana, I made a bit of a ruckus here.
Exactly how high up the food chain is a handyman in this town?
I'm just trying to teach you some manners.
People like you teach manners around here? Can't even exchange cards right.
Don't let me... Come on. Now that's fancy. How's this?
ちょっと待って、こいつ意外と強えぞ。
What else you got? Come get some. Bring it on. Come get some.
ああ、なるほど。スタンスの問題だったのか。通りで俺勝てないわけだ。全く読めないんだが。マジかよ。マジクソだなこいつ。ほう。
Better than I was expecting.
Right back at you. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Hey, you want to tone it down? Or you want another lesson?
I'm listening.
You don't know when to give up.
Time's up, both of you. The cops are almost here.
What the? Sugiura-kun?
You know each other?
After we get out of here. Come on, let's use the back way. Seriously? How do a couple of grown-ass men end up bickering like that?
I was just finishing what he started.
Yeah. And you can thank Sugiura-kun here that you're still standing.
How do you even know this guy?
Kawana-san's our senpai here in Ijincho. He's got tons of connections both above and below ground. So, definitely a higher tier of service than us.
Have you been working together?
No, but we did pay our respects before we opened our office. Bowed our heads, asked for his blessing.
Unlike someone.
Settle down. So, Tom,
Kawana-san says they're a gang. The Yokohama Ryuman.
Specifically, Liumang assassins, called the White Masks. They were surprisingly inept back there, though.
Nah.
I
Just didn't know where they crossed.
Hold up, assassins?
Maybe they were just... I mean, I doubt even the Liumang would take someone out in public. They don't like crowds.
Whatever the case, can you find out who hired them?
No can do. Even they don't know their clients. Good news is, you can hire them yourself, too.
No thanks. I'm good.
Man, oh man. If you're gonna make a mess in this town, I want in. Especially when it's...
fine by me.
What is?
Having someone around who knows. Besides, don't you owe him for...
He didn't save my...
Hold a stick out, buddy. I can tell you.
Now here's a...
See?
Wait.
You coming with, Todd?
Nah, not tonight. I'm heading back to the agency.
Your loss, as they say.
My thoughts exactly.
この二人は似た者同士か。
あ
ホームレスか。
Hey! Yeah.
暴力する。しのぎっつってる時点でお前ヤクザかいな。
Hey.
え？
Gotcha.
とりあえず飲めばいいんか。うざっ。よし。要は麻薬ってことだろ。戦薬って。一時的に力が上がる。山の中で育てられたってか。
いや。
は？
てかこの人、あれ何歳だっけこの人って。60歳ぐらいじゃないの？中華街か。
Huh.
「とんかつ弁当」って何や？特製の汁にぶち込めばってか、どういうことじゃ。
Hmm? Yep.
面白いな。肩こりと腰痛治らんすか。捨てられたワイヤー、怪しいゴミ。よもぎって食べ物だよね。待って、危険ドラッグ買っちゃダメ、売っちゃダメ、やっちゃダメ。まあ1200も割とドラッグチックだな。言うてよ。ああ、そういうことか。どこだっけ。こっち行かないといけないね。あ、食べ物屋さん行っとくか。
It's hard to imagine. And you're saying Sawa-sensei was given this picture?
Right. And it must have really shaken her up. She wouldn't even stick around to have a chat. Some mysterious woman handed her the photo. She's gotta be linked to Hiro Mikoshiba's murder in one way or another. If I had to guess, she's working with or for Ehara. But I couldn't tell you how they're connected.
It might even be that she's the one who hired the Yokohama Liumang to attack you at that restaurant. If they're telling you to drop the Mikoshiba case, they're connected too.
A threat like that might have worked on a run-of-the-mill detective in over his head.
But how do you think you even got on their radar at all, Yagamishi? Mikoshiba's case is so big they needed hired muscle to stop you?
If I'm that much of a thorn in their side, the police investigation is worse.
Yeah, that's true. Even if they stop you in your tracks, Kanagawa police would just pick up the trail right where you left off.
I have to figure,
キムタクの方
I'm
が
not the one they were really there to threaten
脅
into
威が
staying
でかいんだね。
silent. It was Sawa-sensei. 4 years ago when Toshiro Ehara killed himself. Apparently, she thought Mikoshiba was the one bullying him. I set up that meeting with her so she could tell me more about what really happened at the time. But as of now, someone's pretty bent on making sure she doesn't reveal that. That'd be my guess.
どうやってそれが分かったの？逆にどうやって澤先生と会うっていうのが分かったの？
Sawa-sensei's lips are sealed now. There's not much we can really do about it.
Don't worry, I'm not near done yet. Besides, they've already made one big mistake.
Yeah?
They hired a gang thinking they could scare a detective off the scent. No way in hell they're expecting me to double down even harder on it.
You're totally right. That was a rather massive oversight on their part.
That night, the news broke on every channel and across the internet that the corpse found in Ijincho had been identified. Every student, teacher, and faculty member at Serio High School would know how Hiro Mikoshiba died. The details were heartbreaking, and a lot of lives were about to be turned upside down.
The alleged bully, Hiro Mikoshiba, turns up dead. There is no mistaking the motive in his murder. As Yagami looks into the heart of the matter, a suicide 4 years prior, he is met with brutal backlash from the underworld. Why does Yagami face resistance at every turn? As night falls over Ijincho, the answer slips further into darkness.
Yes, we have grief counselors on site.
Hello. You've reached
Yes.
Stereo High School. Yes.
That's right.
It's tragic news. Miko Shibakun was one of our student teachers here, and the school is coping with it as best we can.
Of course. Yes, our parents and guardians have every right to be upset about this. Yes. Oh, yes.
Now to the murder victim found in Izazaki Ijinsho. Authorities announced that they have identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, a student teacher at Seirio High School. Autopsy reports indicate the cause of death was blood loss from a sharp object. Mikoshiba was reported as a missing person 2 months
So,
ago in October, and
what's the
police
plan
detectives
today,
said
fellas?
early on.
Honest, this hangover is kicking my ass. I'm gonna be kinda useless.
Maybe don't drink until sunrise.
That's no good. Without you, Kaito-san, who's gonna be the brains of this whole operation?
You'll have to manage, man.
I figure I'll head back to Seirio High today. I should check in on Sawa-sensei, see how she's holding up.
She's got a lot on her shoulders now, huh? Pretty teacher like her doesn't deserve it.
Right from the outset, Sawa-sensei flat out denied that Mikoshiba ever bullied Toshiro Ihara. But then we learned she confronted him, which means she was starting to
Then some chicken shade shows up, makes...
Whoever she was, she has to be involved.
It's almost like the killer was trying to hide any trace of...
Why's that?
I mean, if Mikoshiba really was the bully, why bother? Wouldn't it work in their favor if word of that spread?
Yeah, I do see the lot.
But what gets me is...
Have you considered she may have been pressured to hide the truth? Perhaps I wouldn't put it past Chim.
I doubt he has that kind of sway over her, though. Guess we'll have to ask her directly if we really want to know.
Yeah, but didn't she make it pretty clear you need to keep your distance?
What kind of a detective would I be if I gave up because of that?
Point taken. Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, sure is. Help me kick this damn hangover.
Say what?
Might as well hang back, Sugiura. Only I can get in and out of the school without raising a red flag right now.